So in this video, we are going to learn how to create an AI agent for Google Blogger. Now the AI agent which we are going to create is automatically generate the blog content and post on Google Blogger. So all we have to do is just add the topic of the blogs in your Google spreadsheet. This AI agent will get the topic details from Google Sheets and then send it to AI platform like OpenAI. Using OpenAI, first this AI agent is going to generate an image for the blog post over here, and after that it will send the same generate image once again to OpenAI to generate the blog content. And in that blog content, it will include the generated image as well. At last, this AI agent will post the blog in our Google Blogger account as well as a new post. Now you have multiple options. Either if you want, you can create the draft of the post in Google Blogger or directly publish it as well. Now, if you want to know how you can create this AI agent all by yourself, for that, let me just take you to my screen.
So as you can see, this is my Google spreadsheet in which I'm adding the details of the blog post which I want to share on Google Blogger. So I'm adding the blog topic, the target audience, keywords, the tone of the blog which I want. Also in the blog, we are going to add some image and we are going to generate the image using AI platforms like OpenAI. So I'm also adding an image prompt that what kind of image I want to add in this particular blog. Then I'm adding the word count and CTA. After entering all the details in this Google spreadsheet in a new row, whatever status I'm going to select over here, on the basis of that, the blog post will be created in my Google Blogger account. If I select the status as live, then automatically the blog post will be published. If I select the status as draft, in that case, the blog post will be saved as draft in my Google Blogger account. And if I select the status as hold, in that case, nothing is going to happen in Google Blogger. We are not going to basically process this data. It will be just saved and stored in the Google spreadsheet. And after creating and publishing the blog post using AI platform and this AI agent, this AI agent will update the generated blog title and the post URL in this Google spreadsheet in the same row. Now let's see this AI agent in action. So after adding all of these details, I'm selecting the status as live over here. As I select the status of live, this AI agent will get all the details of the blog content from this Google Sheet row and send it to AI platform like OpenAI. Using OpenAI, first it is going to generate the image over here, that what is the image we want to add in the blog. Then it is going to send all the details and the image URL, the link of the generate AI image to OpenAI once again to generate the blog post. And after that, this AI agent will automatically share the blog content given by OpenAI on our Google Blogger account and create the blog post over here. And at last, update the blog title and the blog post URL back in this Google spreadsheet. So we just have to wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, here you can see that within few seconds, the title is generated. The generated title of the blog is added over here, updated in the Google spreadsheet. And also we have the blog post URL, which we have shared using this AI agent on Google Blogger. If I click on this link in the new tab, the same blog post will open in front of us. And here you can see that this is the blog post. This is the title generated by OpenAI over here, our AI platform. This is the complete blog content which is generated by AI on the same details, based on same details which we have shared in our Google spreadsheet, which we have mentioned in this Google spreadsheet row. Now, because we have selected the status as live, here you can see that in my Google Blogger account, if I refresh this, the blog post is published over here. And also you can see that we have added the same CTA over here to subscribe to the newsletter. So in this way, we have built this AI agent which will automate this complete process of creating Google Blogger blog post and adding image to it from the Google spreadsheet itself. Now you must be thinking how I created this AI agent for Google Blogger. For that, we have used Pabbly Connect to connect all of these platforms. Now, before we get started with Pabbly Connect, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to delete the existing blog which we have created just now. Also from my Google spreadsheet, I'm just going to clear the details as well, like generate title and blog post. I'm going to clear it. So all we have right now is our Google Blogger account, OpenAI account, and a Google spreadsheet in which we have added the details or the topic of one blog which we want to publish on Google Blogger. Now after this, to get started with Pabbly Connect, just go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And here you can see that we have reached to Pabbly Connect's landing page. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up free. Now, if you're new to Pabbly, by clicking on this sign up free button, you can set up your free Pabbly account in just 2 minutes. Or if you're an existing Pabbly user, just click on sign in. After signing in, we will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. And here we just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And as we click on access now, we will reach to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. After reaching to this dashboard, we have to create a workflow for our AI agent. For that, just click on this create workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I'll name it as AI agent for Google Blogger. You can basically give any other name as per your choice. Then after that, just select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to set up this workflow and click on create. And as you click on create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. And as you click on create here, you can see the workflow will open in front of us. In this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole AI agent, this workflow works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with the trigger step. Now the idea here is first we have to connect this Google spreadsheet in which we are adding the topic and the details of the blog content which we want to generate and publish on Blogger with this Pabbly Connect workflow in the trigger step. For that, here in the trigger step, we will just search for Google Sheets and select it. After selecting Google Sheets, in a trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as new or updated spreadsheet row. After selecting this trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we have to add this webhook URL in this Google spreadsheet so that this spreadsheet can be connected with Pabbly Connect, and every time we add a new row of data, a new blog topic details in the Google Sheet, the AI agent will trigger. It will capture the same details. And to add the webhook URL, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Just copy the webhook URL from here and go to your Google spreadsheet. After coming to the Google Sheet, just go to Extensions, Add-ons and click on Get Add-ons. And as you click on Get Add-ons, we will reach to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here in Search app, we have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And here you can see that Pabbly Connect Webhooks, this add-on is already installed in my Google Sheets. You just have to install this same add-on into your own Google Sheets account, and after installing it, just refresh your Google Sheets once. This is a very important step. After refreshing your Google spreadsheet, just go to Extensions once again and go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks. This add-on is now added. Just hover on it and click on Initial Setup. After clicking on Initial Setup, this dialog box will appear in front of us. And it is basically asking us three different things: selected sheet, webhook URL, and trigger column. Now here in selected sheet, we have to enter the same sheet of our Google spreadsheet in which we are adding the data, or from which we want to send the data to this AI agent, to Pabbly Connect. Now in this Google spreadsheet, we have only one sheet as sheet 1. So by default, it has selected sheet 1. Then it is asking us for the webhook URL, and as you can guess, here we have to enter the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy it from here and paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, it is asking us for the trigger column. Now you must be thinking, what is this trigger column? So trigger column is basically the last column of our Google spreadsheet in which we are going to enter any data. So in this Google spreadsheet, you can see that column H is going to be my trigger column because it is the last column in which we are going to update or enter any data by ourselves. After column H, in column I and column J, this AI agent will update the title and the blog URL after creating and generating and publishing it. So we are going to select column H as our trigger column. Once again, we'll go to Extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhook. Here we'll just paste the same webhook URL and enter the trigger column as column H. After entering these details, just ensure that you have the data of at least one blog's topic in this Google spreadsheet. So when we click on this Send Test button, here you can see that it is showing us that the test data is sent successfully. This means the data of very first row after headers, the data of row number 2 is now sent to Pabbly Connect to this webhook URL. So just ensure that you have the data in row number 2. And here you can see that it is showing us that the test data is sent successfully. This means in our Pabbly Connect workflow, in this trigger step here, you can see that we have received the response. And in this response here, you can see we have the details of the same row, row number 2. So you can see that we have the tone, the word count, we have target audience, status. We'll scroll down further. Here you can see we have the row index or row number, that is row index 2. We have the keywords, image prompt, CTA, and the blog topic. So all the details, all the data of the blog which we have added in this Google spreadsheet is received inside Pabbly Connect. Now just click on the Submit button, and as we click on Submit, it is showing us the setup is configured successfully. Now just close the dialog box, go to Extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhook, and select this option of Send on Event. By selecting Send on Event, we are telling this Google Sheet, we are telling this add-on that whenever a new row of data is added till our trigger column, then immediately, instantly send that data to Pabbly Connect. Now, the step one of building this AI agent is completed. We have connected our Google spreadsheet and collected the data of the new blog topic from Google spreadsheet in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now, in this Google Sheet as well, we have added three different status for our blog over here. The first one is live, second one is draft, and the third one is hold. Now, if the status of the blog is live or draft, in that case, we want to generate the blog content using this AI agent and create the blog post as draft or publish it as live on Google Blogger. But if the status of the blog is hold, in that case, we don't want to do that. So what we are going to do, we are going to set up a filter condition over here. We'll scroll down, come to this action step of the workflow, and we are going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect that is called filter. Select filter Pabbly. After selecting filter Pabbly, in action event from the drop down, select filter values and then just click on connect. After clicking on connect, it is asking us to set up the filter condition. Now here in select label in this drop down, here you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Google Sheets. Out of all of these responses, we are going to select the label of status because on this particular label, we are going to set up the filter condition. The filter type will be equals to and the value will be live. So if the status of the blog over here in this Google spreadsheet is live, in that case, we want this AI agent to continue. Not just live, we want to add another condition, that is if the status of this blog is draft, in that case as well, we want this workflow, this AI agent to continue, generate the blog content and create a blog in Google Blogger. So we are just going to click on this add or condition over here. We are not going to create or add and condition, we are going to create or condition. So if the status of the blog is either live or draft over here. Let me just select the same label over here of status and we are going to set up a condition as draft over here. If the status of the blog is either live or draft, in that case, this AI agent will continue and create the blog post in Google Blogger. Now we'll just click on this save and send test request button, and because the status of the blog is live over here, whose response we have captured in the trigger step, it is showing us the condition is true. Now, after setting up this filter, in the next step, what we want to do, first, we want to generate the image. So we have added the image prompt and we are going to generate the image using OpenAI, or you can use any other image generation tool, image generation platform, so that later on we can add this image in our blog post. To generate the image, I'll just click on this add action step and here in choose app, I will search for OpenAI. After selecting OpenAI, an action event from the drop down, select the action event as generate image. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here we have to connect our OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our OpenAI account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key. To get it, just go to your OpenAI account and from the dashboard, go to this API keys section. After coming here, click on this create new secret key button and give this API key a name. Let's say I'll name it as Pabbly Connect. Then just select the project of your OpenAI account for which you are generating the API key and select the permissions as all. And click on this create secret key button. As we click on create secret key, the API key will be generated. Copy the API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And after pasting the API key, just click on save. And as we click on save here, you can see that our OpenAI account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us for the model. So in this dropdown, we have two options. Either we can generate the images using DALL-E 2 or DALL-E 3. So let's say I will be using DALL-E 3 as an image generation model to generate the images. Then it is asking us for the prompt, that what is the image prompt we want to give to OpenAI to generate the image. So we have entered the image prompt in our Google spreadsheet and we have received the data from Google Sheets in this Pabbly Connect workflow in the trigger step. So here from the trigger step responses, we have to add this response of image prompt to this OpenAI action step. And to add the trigger step response to this action step, we are going to use a process called mapping. And the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field of prompt over here and from the drop down, here you can see a list of all the responses from previous two steps. Out of all of that, from the Google Sheets responses, select the response of image prompt and it will be mapped. So whatever image prompt we are going to enter in our Google spreadsheet, the same image prompt will be captured by the AI agent and this AI agent will send the same prompt to OpenAI to generate the image. Then it is asking us number of images to be generated. So how many images we want to generate. Now using DALL-E 3, as it is mentioned in the help text, we can only generate one image at a time. But if you are using DALL-E 2 as an image generation model, you can generate between 1 to 10 images at a single go. Then it is asking us for the size of the image. So let's say I want the image size to be, all the image to be in this particular size. So I'm selecting that. Then it is asking us for the quality of the image. So yes, I want the quality of the image as high definition. So I'm selecting that. If you want to make these fields dynamic, you can just turn these mapping buttons on and enter these values in the Google Sheet as well and map the data into the respective field. After entering all the details, mapping the prompt and selecting our image generation model, just click on this Save and Send Test Request button. Now, when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that within few seconds, we are going to receive some response. And in that response, we will get the URL, the link of the image generated by OpenAI for the prompt which we have given. So we just have to wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, here you can see that within few seconds, we have received the response. In this response, we have the timestamp that at what date and time this image was generated. Then we have a revised prompt over here. And then also we have the URL, the link of the image. We'll just copy the image link and paste it in a new tab. And here you can see that this is the image which is generated by OpenAI for the prompt which we have entered in our Google spreadsheet. So this is a pretty nice image for our blog post. After generating the image, what we want to do, in the next step, we want to generate the blog content with the title and also add this image over here in the same blog post. For that, we will scroll down, click on this Add Action step, and once again, to generate the blog content and the blog title, we are going to use OpenAI. So we are just going to search for OpenAI and select it. Then after that, here in action event from the drop down, select the action event as ChatGPT Structured AI Output. Then just click on Connect. And because we have connected our OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect in the previous step, we don't have to make a new connection. You can select the existing connection and click on Save. And as we click on Save, here you can see that our OpenAI account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us to select the AI model, that using which model of OpenAI or ChatGPT we want to generate the blog title and the blog content. So in this dropdown here, you can see a list of models offered by ChatGPT inside Pabbly Connect for this particular action. I will be using GPT-4o Mini as the model. Then it is asking us for the role. So we are going to send a role or some content to OpenAI to generate the blog. Now, while sending the prompt to OpenAI, we have two options. Either we can select a role, a specific role from this dropdown as user, system, or assistant, and send the prompt or send the content according to that over here. Or what you can do, if you want to send a layered prompt to OpenAI, if you want to send a different system prompt, a different user prompt, and like this, if you want to send a layered prompt to OpenAI, what you can do, as it is mentioned in the help text, you just have to enter the roles over here separated by comma. Just turn this mapping button on, clear the default response, and enter the roles over here for which we want to basically send the prompt. So let's say I want to send a different system prompt and a different user prompt. So I have written system, comma, user. And as we do that, here you can see all the roles separated by comma which you have added over here. Different fields for both the roles are added below that. So here we can enter the system prompt and here we can enter the user prompt. So I have already created my system prompt and the user prompt. So let me just enter these prompts over here. Okay, so these are the prompts which I'm entering. Here in content system, I'm entering the system prompt that how I want OpenAI to behave and act. And here in content user, we are going to share the details of the blog topic on which we want OpenAI to write the blogs. Also, I have mentioned that I want the blog content, the actual blog body in HTML format. So I want to share the blog post on Google Blogger with proper formatting. That's why to OpenAI, I've specified that I want the blog content with HTML formatting so that the formatting stays the same. So in this way, we have entered the system prompt and the user prompt. And here in the field of user prompt, we have to enter the details over here of the blog topic which we have received from Google Sheets. And once again, we'll use the same process of mapping. Just click on this field of content user. Here in front of topic, we want to add the topic of the blog. So from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, select the blog topic and map it. Then here in front of target audience, we are going to map the response of target audience. Then in front of keyword, we are going to select and map the response of keyword. Then we are going to map the response of tone. Then we are going to map the response of word count. Then we are going to map the response of call to action. And at last, in front of image URL, from OpenAI, we have received the image, generated the image, and received the image URL. We are going to select the response of image URL and map it. After entering the prompt and mapping all the blog content details, in the next field, it is asking us response format. Now using the same action, we want to generate two different responses. The first response is of the blog title and second response is of the blog content, the actual blog body. Now, if we just go with the default format over here of OpenAI response, in that case, we are going to get a single response with the title and the body. But we want two separate responses. We want two individual responses for the blog title and the blog body. For that, what we have to do, we have to tell OpenAI to give us the response in JSON schema, in JSON format, where we will get individual responses for blog title and for blog content. And to do this, what we have to do here in response format, in the help text, here we have to enter this particular code over here. So here in this structure, we are specifying that we want the response as JSON schema. And what should be the JSON schema? What should be the ideal response or the response structure to the JSON structure? We have to enter it over here. Now you must be thinking, what is the JSON schema and how you can create this kind of JSON schema all by yourself. So don't worry, if you're not familiar with JSON, you don't have to write the JSON schema all by yourself too. OpenAI already has a tool using which you can generate the JSON schema. All you have to do is just describe that what kind of response you want from OpenAI. Now to generate the JSON schema, just go to your OpenAI account and here just go to docs section. After coming to docs, from the left sidebar, go to the structured output section and click on this generate button. And here in this pop-up window, just describe and explain that what kind of response you want. Let's say I want the response of title and blog content with HTML formatting. So this is the response I want over here. I want to basically get the title of the blog and the blog content with HTML formatting, and then just click on create. And as you click on create here, you can see within few seconds, using this tool of OpenAI, the JSON schema will be generated. And here it is. In this JSON schema, we have specified we want the blog title and the blog content with HTML tags. All you have to do is just copy the JSON schema from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in this tag in front of JSON schema. So in this way, we have given a response format. We have given a JSON schema, a JSON structure, and told OpenAI that we want the response, we want the result or the AI output specifically in this particular format. Then after that, it is asking us for the user, max token, sampling type, sampling values. So if you want to basically twerk the quality and the type of response which you are getting from OpenAI or the reputation or the creativity of OpenAI's response, you can change the values over here like sampling value, presence penalty, frequency penalty. But right now, I just want to go with the default values. But if you want, you can just change the values over here to twerk the kind of response you are getting from OpenAI. And then just click on this save and send test request button. And as you click on save and send test request, here you can see that within few seconds, we are going to receive some response over here. And in that response, we will get the title of our blog and the HTML body of the blog content as well. So let's wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, here you can see that within few seconds, we have received the response. And in this response, you can see that we have received individual responses for the blog title and the blog content. Here you can see we have the title of the blog, and after that here you can see we have the actual blog content as well. So in this way, we have successfully created this AI agent using which we can basically get the topic of the blog from Google Sheets. And after that, using this AI agent, we can send the data to OpenAI to generate the image and create the blog content. Now, after generating the blog content, we want to post this blog on our Google Blogger account. For that, we will scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button, and here in Choose App, I will search for Google Blogger. Just select it. After selecting Google Blogger, an action event from the drop-down, select the action event as Create a Post. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here, we have to connect our Google Blogger account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Sign In with Google button. Then after that, here from the pop-up window, select your Google Blogger account. Then we will just scroll down and click on Continue. And as we click on Continue, we will see our Google Blogger account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making the connection, it is asking us for the blog ID. So in this drop-down, here you can see a list of all the blogs which we have created in our Google Blogger account. Now, I want to basically share the blog in this blog ID named as Web AI. So from this drop down, we are going to select that. Then it is asking us for the title of the blog. So we have generated the title of the blog using OpenAI. So we'll just click on this field of title, and from the drop down from OpenAI's ChatGPT responses, we have received the response of blog title. We are going to select it and map it. Then here in the field of content, as you can guess, from OpenAI responses, we'll select the response of blog content and map it as well. After mapping both of these things, it is asking us for the status. Now I want the status of the blog, the same status as which we are selecting in this Google spreadsheet over here. So what we are going to do, we'll just turn this mapping button on and clear the default response. And from Google Sheets responses, we'll select the response of status and map it over here. Then we have the field of is draft, that whatever we are creating, the blog post which we are creating is draft or not. So what we are going to do, we'll just turn the mapping button on and clear the default response to keep this field as blank. Now, if you want to schedule this blog post to be published on your Google Blogger account, you can enter the publish date and time in this particular format. But right now, we don't want to schedule it, so we are just going to keep it blank. Also, if you want, you can add labels, location name, latitude, longitude, and all of these details in your Google Blogger blog as well. But right now, we don't want to enter all of these details, so we are just going to keep these fields as blank. And after mapping all the details, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now, when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received a response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the blog content which we have generated by OpenAI and mapped it over here, with the same content, a new blog post is shared on our Google Blogger account. And also here you can see that we have the status of this blog as live. In response, we have also received the link, the URL of the blog. We'll just copy it and paste it in a new tab. And here you can see that the same blog post, which is generated by OpenAI on the same topic which we have added in this Google Sheet, is now open in front of us. We have the same image which we have generated using AI. We have the blog title over here, and then we have the blog content. And here in this complete blog content, you can see we have a consistent formatting throughout the blog. So here you can see that the blog post is successfully shared, created and shared on Blogger using our AI agent. Also, if I refresh my Google Blogger page, here you can see that the blog post is published over here. This is the same blog post. Now, after publishing the blog post, we want this AI agent to update the title and the link of the blog back in our Google spreadsheet over here in the same row into last two columns. For that, we will just scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button, and here in Choose App, we will search for Google Sheets. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Update Row. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, just click on this Sign In with Google button. Then after that, here in this pop-up window, we will just select our Google Sheets account. Then after that, we'll just scroll down and click on Continue. And as we click on Continue, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect in this action step. Then after that, it is asking us to select the spreadsheet, that in which spreadsheet we want to update the blog title and the blog URL. So we are going to select the same spreadsheet in which we have added the blog topic. The name of the spreadsheet was Google Blogger AI Blogs. So from this drop down, here you can see a list of all the spreadsheets that we have in our Google Sheets account. Out of all of this, we are going to select the same spreadsheet. After selecting the spreadsheet, here you can see that we have to select the sheet over here. So here in this Google spreadsheet, as you know, we have only one sheet as sheet 1. And in this field, in this drop down, we have only one option of sheet 1. So we are going to select that. Then it is asking us for the row index. So here we have to enter that in this spreadsheet in which particular row we want to update the data. So we want to update the blog title and the blog post in the same row where we have basically added the blog topic. So we have received the row index of the blog topic from Google Sheets in the trigger step. So here from the trigger step responses, we have to basically map this response of row index to this Google Sheets action step. And the process of mapping stays the same. Just click on this field of row index, and from the drop down from Google Sheet responses, select the response of row index and map it over here. Then after that, all the columns of data which we have created in this Google spreadsheet, you can see all of these columns are added as fields over here. But we don't want to update all of these fields. What we want to do, we just want to update these two fields of generated title and blogger post URL. So we'll just click on this field of generate title, and from OpenAI responses, we'll select the response of title and map it. And here in blogger post URL as well, from Google Blogger responses, we'll select the response of URL, the link of the blog post, and map it over here. And after mapping both of these details, just click on Save and Send Test Request button. Now, when we click on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received a response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the blog title generated by OpenAI and the blog post URL from Google Blogger is updated in this Google spreadsheet. So let's check it. We will just go to a Google Sheet, and yes, here you can see that in this Google spreadsheet, the same generated title and the blogger post URL are updated over here. This means the AI agent which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this AI agent is working perfectly fine, and using this AI agent, just by entering the blog topic and other details in your Google spreadsheet, you can automatically generate the blog content with image and publish a blog on Google Blogger. So not just these applications, you can connect multiple applications and build AI agent to automate different processes of your business with Pabbly Connect. Now here let me tell you that you will get a clone link of this same AI agent, of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this AI agent for free. Also, let me tell you that Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this AI agent, you can just do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.